Ein herzliches Willkommen zurück zu Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. So, wir machen weiter mit der nächsten Mission. Dringen Sie in die Kraterbasis ein.
Snake, you're north of the village. The truck carrying the nukes is heading towards the heart of the mountain. That's its final destination. We've got no intel on what lies beyond, so stay sharp.
Okay, so, Einsatzvorbereitungen. Und zwar würde ich gerne mal anstatt der M16 das Mosin Nagant ausprobieren. Mal sehen. Ich kann allerdings nicht sagen, wie laut das ist, wenn ich damit schieße. Das ist das Problem. Naja. Der hat nichts Neues.
Snake, to the north of the village is a bridge that crosses a hydraulic pipe. Though normally the bridge is not used by people, if you slip, you will fall straight to the bottom of the valley. Be careful.
What's a channel doing here?
It is not for irrigation. They are hydroelectric pipes. I wonder if they run into Irasu's crater lake. Normally they would build a reservoir at the bottom of the valley, but it was probably too dangerous. Los Cantos means Sword Peak.
Okay.
You should be able to see across the Irasu mountain range from there. There are not as many big trees at that elevation, and you will probably be well above the mist.
It'll be tough to hide up there.
You're not thinking about the scenery right now, are you?
Not while I'm surrounded by bad guys.
You should have seen it when the country was at peace. I know you would have been impressed.
Well, that'll be our reward for a successful mission. Sound good?
Wonderful. Thank you, Snake. There is an old fort around there.
What is it, boss? You sound upset.
Well, you see, it was built during the Civil War.
Let me guess. Disputes between Costa Rica's political parties escalated into all-out conflict.
See, conflict that cost my grandparents their lives. The most senseless sort of war. Countrymen mindlessly slaughtering their own. That fort is a reminder of that senselessness.
Sadly ironic, given who's occupying it now.
That war was the reason Costa Rica abolished the army. Please, Snake, get them out of our country.
I intend to.
Naja. Einschleichen in die Kraterbasis.
Chico says there's a bridge north of the village.
Yes, a narrow one, for crossing the pipe. On the other side of that is the road the trucks use, though it's collapsed in places.
I'll have nowhere to run if they spot me.
They could be blocking the road, too.
Is there another way?
There is a path along the cliff. After you cross the bridge, there are ruins of a fort on the mountain. Going through there would be a little easier. Once you come to the end of the mountain path, you'll be at the fort. That fort was built during the Civil War. It seems La Cia's troops are occupying it now.
This just gets better and better.
They've got gun turrets set up all around from the looks of it. Attract too much attention, and you'll really stir up the hornet's nest.
Maybe I'll try and find a way around.
You could always commandeer one of the turrets. A little target practice, perhaps?
Just like in Krasnogorye.
Krasno what?
Sorry, just thinking about old times.
Irasu has more than one crater, because he's erupted so many times. I heard most of them filled up with rainwater and became lakes.
Calderas, huh?
Calderas. Yeah, something like that. Hey, I got an idea. When you get to the lake, can you keep an eye out for weird animals for me? People all over the world tell stories about giant monsters living in lakes. Nessie in Loch Ness, Nahuelito in Argentina, Ogopogo in Canada. I can hardly keep track of them all. They say that all these sightings prove dinosaurs do still exist.
But crater lakes are isolated. They're not connected to rivers.
Yeah, but do you know Mokele Mumbembe in the Congo River? He can walk on land. So maybe they moved there from some other lake.
You sure know a lot about UMAs.
There used to be a guy in El Frente who was a hunter. He taught me lots of things. He even said he once went to a place called Isla del Monstruo.
A hunter on Isla del Monstruo.
Someday, I'm gonna be a hunter and catch some rare animals. Right after we restore peace to our land, of course. Did you ever hear of the Loch Ness Monster?
Now that one I know. Pretty much everyone's heard of old Nessie.
Great, so I don't have to explain. I think she's a long-lost dinosaur, don't you?
Sure. Why not?
One of the compas gave me a book about it, with photos. It looks exactly like the plesiosaur.
Then why does it only live in Loch Ness?
Well, it probably got cut off from the ocean. Back when Loch Ness was part of the ocean, some plesiosaurs became trapped there when the climate changed. There weren't any mammals there, so no natural predators. Today's Nessie is descended from those plesiosaurs.
Then wouldn't it make sense for there to be monsters in other lakes with similar climates?
Exactly. That's why there's been giant monster sightings in a bunch of other places. Like Nahuelito and Ogopogo. I don't know if there's one in Irasu too, but I know there's definitely something living in Lago Cosipolca.
You mentioned the Nahuelito. What is it?
It's a plesiosaur that lives in Lago Nahuel Huapi in Argentina. It's described a little differently, but I'm sure it's basically the same creature as Nessie. Except for one thing.
What?
Well, according to one theory, it's the result of a nuclear test back in the 50s.
What? There's no record of a nuclear test in Argentina in the 50s.
At the time, the president, General Juan Perón, was pushing hard to industrialize the country. I wouldn't be surprised if he conducted a top-secret nuclear test before he was overthrown in a coup.
Sounds a little far-fetched to me.
You think? Then maybe Nahuelito really is a dinosaur.
No, I didn't say that.
I mean, it's really pretty obvious.
Wait a minute.
Thanks for clearing that up, boss.
Dinosaur. What about the Ogopogo? And what kind of name is that anyway?
Ogopogo's a monster that lives in Okanagan Lake in Canada. I guess it's an Indian name because it's a legend passed down by the Indians.
A legend, huh? Well, then it's probably not.
There's written records of it too. The first one was in 1872, and there's been more sightings since the start of the 20th century. You starting to get into UMAs too, Snake?
Yeah, maybe.
UMA hunting. Now that's a real man's adventure. What do you say, Snake? After Nicaragua's at peace again, you want to go exploring together?
Well, we'll see. Might not be such a bad life.
Also mal wieder schön mit Chico.
Mokele Mumbembe lives in the Congo River. There's nothing mysterious about it, though. It's already been confirmed as a real living dinosaur. The local people know all about it, and when they were shown a drawing of a brontosaurus, every one of them said it was Mokele Mumbembe. When peace returns to Nicaragua, I want to go to the Congo myself.
Well, the revolutionary movement in the Congo ended in failure, you know.
Yeah, I know. I wish we could do something to help, but Africa's awfully far away.
Africa.
Wonder if El Che ever saw Mokele Mumbembe. I wonder if I will.
Well, best to take care of business here before daydreaming about Africa.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
So, gut, dann starten wir mal den Einsatz. Schauen wir mal, ob das mit den Mosi Nagant ein bisschen funktioniert, wie ich mir das denke.
Cross the bridge and head north.
Huhuhuhu. Ich würde jetzt eigentlich gar keinen Kopfschuss machen.
You could
weil-
probably climb that if you had someone to lend you a hand.
Ja, ich nehme ihn mal vorsichtshalber mit.
Fulton recovery subject confirmed onboard helicopter.
Ja, sehr schön. Ach, das war's schon für den Bereich, okay. Ja, die anderen beiden standen mir jetzt ein bisschen zu... bisschen zu nah beieinander.
That's a truck route you're on. Their base is up ahead. Move out.
Okay.
I think I see someone.
Lalalala.
I'm seeing things.
Hm. So, gehen wir erstmal hier hoch. Hier gibt es jemanden abzuholen. So.
Oh, all right. Fulton recovery helicopter is complete.
Ja, die freuen sich immer, wenn sie abgeholt werden, ne? Die freuen sich dann immer. Der macht mir ein bisschen Sorgen hier. Andere eher weniger.
Fulton recovery subject confirmed onboard helicopter.
Okay. Der sieht nichts da unten, ne? Der sieht nichts da unten. 7 noch, okay. Das dürfte passen. Das dürfte passen. Na gut, ich hätte auch durchlaufen können. Es geht eh ins nächste Gebiet. Naja, gut. Nun ja, gut.
The base is beyond that fort. You've got to get past it somehow.
Ist der einzige da? Hoffe mal. So, jetzt ist die Frage, wie laut ist das Mosin?
We're under attack! Go into alert status!
Understood. Dispatching reinforcements. Proceed with extra caution.
What's going on? Rise and shine! What's going on? Rise and shine!
Na.
Rise and shine!
Fuck.
What's going on? Rise and shine! Rise and shine! Enemy attack! What's going on? What's going on? Rise and shine. What's going on?
Fuck.
Here he is! HQ, come in!
This is HQ.
This is patrol. All clear.
Understood.
Whew.
Return to base.
Somebody there? What's going on? Rise and shine. Wait. An intruder? Somebody there? What's going on? There must be hostiles in the area. The enemy's here!
Fuck.
Enemy sight. Commencing attack.
Understood.
Ah, Mist.
Eliminate all hostiles.
Okay, Mosin Nagant merken, keine gute Idee. Eine absolute Scheißidee an dieser Stelle.
The enemy's here!
Ja, komm schon, dreh dich um! Mein Gott. Ah, ja, also Mosin Nagant nix gut. Das allerdings auch daran lag, muss ich auch sagen.
Fulton recovery helicopter is complete.
Dass es mein Schalldämpfer erlebt hatte. Alter! Ich seh nix! Alter, ich seh nix! Ah, absolut nix! Mann! Da steht er wieder auf, ey! Boah, die Kameraführung, ne? Die Kameraführung. So, also die Mission ist jetzt total versaut. Ich habe jetzt, 2 Alarmphasen. Rotz. Ziemlicher Rotz. Naja, gut. Was soll's. War so nicht geplant. War so nicht geplant.
Enemy attack!
Kaz, I'm inside the facility. There's rows and rows of trucks here.
If that's where they brought the nukes, then the truck we're after should be there.
Yep.
Snake, can you tell which one of the trucks brought the nukes? One of them must have the same license plate as the one from the terminal.
Where are they?
Da sind sie nicht. Da sind sie auch nicht. Das ist irgendwelcher japanischer Scheiß. Und da ist Hideo Kojima. Und warum der da im LKW sitzt, das sehen wir dann gleich.
Metal Gear. Not this one.
Und Meiling.
This is the one. The exhaust's still warm. But the cargo's already been offloaded.
Just a minute. This isn't what we agreed on.
It's too late. The changes have already been finalized.
You told me it was going to be a deterrent, that we wouldn't have to launch.
I am not arguing with you, Doctor. Our goal is to create the perfect deterrent.
That's why I agreed to help develop it.
However, in order to achieve that perfect deterrent, we must show the world our strength. 3 key principles principles ensure effective nuclear deterrence. First, you must have nuclear weapons. Second, you must never use them first. And third, and most important, if someone attacks you, you must strike back. Unless we prove beyond a doubt that these three principles work in practice, the world will not accept our new deterrent. And the only way to do that is to show them we're capable of actually launching a nuke.
But isn't deterrence supposed to stop nukes from being used?
Exactly. And so the one we launch will be the last one ever.
I won't let you use my creation like that!
Your creation? That thing wasn't even your idea to begin with. You stole it, didn't you?
Stole it? You're one to talk! You got the idea for bipedal locomotion from the communists in the first place!
You listen to me, Doc. Keep quiet. Do as I say. And not another word about stolen ideas. Should we succeed here, you'll be the toast of the scientific community. And your name will go down in history as champion of both progress and national security.
The hell with that!
Doctor! Unless we prove we're capable of launching, Peace Walker is useless as a deterrent. You used me! We used each other. I'll get my old director's job back at headquarters, and you'll finally be able to walk tall among your colleagues.
I won't let you get away with this!
How unfortunate. Guess I'll just have to take your legs for myself. Peace won't just come to us, Doc. We are going to have to meet it halfway. V for victory.
Wait!
Hey, you okay?
Don't do it!
Snap out of it. Where are the nukes?
He's gonna do it! He's gonna launch a nuke!
Peace Walker. Das ist dann wohl der Dinosaurier, den Chico gesehen hat.
Take him out!
Und das ist unser nächster Gegner, Puka.
It's one of the unmanned! Heads up!
Wird fortgesetzt. Ja, gegen den kann ich wohl mit den beiden Betäubungswaffen auch nichts ausrichten, ne? C-Rang. Ja, habe ich mir schon fast gedacht. Ja, gut. So, es ist jetzt nicht ganz so gelaufen, wie es sollte. Ich hatte eigentlich erwartet, dass das Mosin Nagant ein
I got a
bisschen
report in
besser
from the
ist.
R&D team. They finished plans for a new Hex-type plant, and today they're gonna start construction on the first block. Can't wait to finally say goodbye to this scrap heap. Only thing is, we don't have nearly enough GMP. We'll need to recruit more soldiers to get more GMP. You know what to do, Snake.
Yep. Ja, und wir haben Hideo Kojima als Soldat. Beziehungsweise als Gruppenmitglied, als Soldat vielleicht eher weniger. So, dann gucken wir mal. Also, du gehst auf jeden Fall in die Kampfeinheit. Und er ist ein sehr schlechter Kämpfer und ein sehr schlechter Koch. Okay. So, ich gebe ihn mal ins Intel-Team. Der kommt ins Medizinische, sie kommt auch ins Medizinische. Der auch. Du kommst ins Kantinenteam, so. So, gibt's irgendwas Neues? Die Maschinenpistole, gut, die brauche ich jetzt nicht. Brauche ich auch nichts. Bei den Mechs glaube ich auch nicht. Gut. Gehen wir zur Einsatzauswahl, machen wir den Kampf noch. Das sollte nicht so lange dauern. Kampf gegen die Pupa.
Careful, Snake. I've never seen anything like that, and I've got no idea how to bring it down. Maybe the scientist knows. However you do it, take that thing out.
So. Das brauchen wir nicht. Dafür nehmen wir mal... jede Menge Heilung mit. Einmal die Lore und einmal das RPG 2 und ganz wichtig den Nachschubmarker. So. Gut, das sollte reichen.
Paz, what was the government thinking building a power plant at the top of a mountain? With no river to replenish the water, the lake would dry up pretty quick.
If it were an ordinary power plant. But the plan called for a pumped storage power plant.
Pumped storage power plant? Kaz mentioned that too. What is that?
It is a facility that generates electricity by pumping water up to the lake, then letting it run back down.
Huh. Seems Sisyphean to me.
If they turned the water into electricity as soon as they had pumped it up, sure. But a pumped storage plant acts as a kind of battery.
A battery?
For instance, they could pump at night when there is surplus electricity and store it for later use. If they need extra power during the day, they can generate it using water pumped up during the night.
I get it. It's a little more difficult to adjust output with thermal or nuclear plants.
The thing is, Costa Rica won't have enough electricity to meet its needs. Right now, there is no surplus.
Maybe that's what put the brakes on the project. Must have played right into the CIA's hands.
Watch out! It's El Galapago. It reduces its body weight by blasting air underneath it. That makes it a lot faster than any tank. It also has a tight turning radius.
Any weak points?
Taking out its boosters could reduce its acceleration. You could also try destroying its machine guns.
I'll give it a shot.
We've lost many compas to that thing. Send it to the scrapyard.
Yep, werde ich machen. Werde ich machen. Okay, gehen wir rein.
That's an AI weapon. The Pupa. It's fast, so be careful.
Engaging shock units.
Wow.
Aim for the cylindrical AI pod.
Wow, 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 wow.
Engaging shock units. Engaging shock units.
Achso, ich hab nichts mehr. Dann müssen wir den nehmen.
There'll be some warning signs when it's coming out.
Nice, da kannst du stehen bleiben.
They've okayed the request for support. They're sending out a cardboard box as we speak.
Take those lightning rods out. They direct its electroshock attack.
Fuck. Das war daneben. Das war daneben. So ein Arsch, ne? So ein Arsch. Ja, mal gucken, wo er rauskommt. Na komm. Komm, mach was. Einmal. Ah. Schade.
Blow the hatch and climb into the AI pod! You should be able to get in the AI pod!
Na Gott sei Dank. Na Gott sei Dank. So, wie ging das jetzt gleich?
Pull out all the AI's memory boards before the pod's ejected. The black memory boards are locked. Go after the boards with icons over them.
Gucken wir mal, ob wir die alle rauskriegen, ne?
Unlock memory boards by destroying the mechanical components that they control. Any boards you remove can be used to build our own AI weapon. Memory boards have different functions according to the icons displayed over them. Go ahead and take whichever ones you want.
Ja, dann versuchen wir doch mal alle rauszuholen, ne? Ich weiß nicht, was jetzt passiert, wenn ich die anderen entferne. Keine Ahnung. Kann ich jetzt nicht sagen.
That was an unmanned weapon. A prototype. I made it myself.
Who are you?
I work here. Well, used to, anyway. Name's Huey. And who might you be? You don't look like one of those mercenaries.
Me. I'm an entomologist.
A fighting entomologist?
Yeah, I specialize in butterflies. I'm here to catch Ulysses.
Ulysses? Huh. I didn't think they lived in Costa Rica. Morphos, maybe?
That's it. Need to get some before the Washington Treaty goes into effect.
Says here Morphos aren't covered under the treaty.
Must have slipped my mind.
You sure you're feeling all right?
Anyway, long story short, the butterfly got away. So how about it, Doc? Did you make that big butterfly too?
Yes. And no.
What was that thing? What are they doing here?
Huh. Something tells me you're no ordinary entomologist. The nukes were loaded on that machine. The project's entering its final phase.
Project?
That's right. The thermonuclear warheads they brought in, the bases scattered throughout Costa Rica, the mercenaries, the AI weapons, the research we were conducting here. It's all for this. We used this facility to develop unmanned weapons.
Unmanned?
Robots. The one you just fought was a pupa. There's also a flying type called Chrysalis and a treaded type, the Cocoon. Motor control, target detection, tracking, attack, capture, and transport functions are all controlled by an electronic brain. There's no need for a human pilot. They can only follow simple commands, though.
Why build them here?
For the CIA. They invited me here a year ago.
That's who that guy was.
CIA's station chief for Central America. Goes by the name of Hot Coldman. Apparently he was some sort of hero back at the height of the Cold War. He's the one running the show. We called it the Peace Walker Project.
Peace Walker.
They're going to deploy a new type of nuclear weapon along the Caribbean coast of Latin America. A mobile, unmanned nuclear platform.
Unmanned nuclear platform.
A fail-deadly system that can automatically move into position and launch a retaliatory nuclear strike. It can move on its own, and stealth shields it from radar and satellite detection, drastically reducing the risk of it being destroyed in a preemptive strike.
And this is the new deterrent?
Supposed to be. The problem is the locomotion system. There's no dry season in the Caribbean. It rains all year round. The terrain is full of tropical rainforest. A lot of the time you can't even build a proper road. So I went back to where it all started.
What's that?
Legs. Walking power. A mobile launcher carrying a thermonuclear warhead even more powerful than the Soviet RDS-220s. That's Peace Walker.
Chico's Basilisco.
We did the assembly and field testing here.
A walking nuke.
I sort of borrowed the original idea from behind the Iron Curtain.
The missing link between infantry and artillery. Metal Gear.
Metal Gear. But they'd actually need to deploy dozens of them. Coldman needs funding for that. And to get it, he's planning a test, which will also serve as a demonstration for the folks back at Langley.
Wait, he's launching a nuke to prove that his perfect deterrent works?
In his words, to prove that if someone attacks us, we will strike back. Put simply, nuclear deterrence is the idea of using nukes to keep nukes in check. If one side launches nuclear weapons, the other is sure to launch theirs in retaliation, which makes launching an act of suicide. In the end, neither side can use its nukes. It's thanks to this doctrine that the world's two superpowers have avoided all-out confrontation. Nuclear deterrence has brought us peace. At the very least, it's prevented another world war from breaking out. But the theory of nuclear deterrence exists only on paper. In reality, there's no guarantee that either side would follow through with retaliation. There's the chance that a preemptive strike could destroy all the missile bases, render them unable to retaliate. But the biggest flaw in the theory is that the decision to retaliate has to be made by human beings. Let me give you a real-world example. Let's say Country X launches first against Country Y. If the people in charge of Country Y are like you and me, they're not going to be able to retaliate, knowing that they're effectively ending all human life.
So then the weak link in nuclear deterrence theory is the uncertainty of retaliation.
Bingo. And that creates a loophole Country X can exploit to launch the first strike. Which is why we designed the system to be unmanned. With Peace Walker, retaliation is certain. It chooses the appropriate target and launches a retaliatory nuclear strike every time, without needing human input to make the call. Launching a nuclear strike against Peace Walker is tantamount to pushing the launch button against yourself. It closes the loophole in nuclear deterrence theory, rendering our friends in Country X completely unable to launch. What Coldman is saying is that to achieve this goal, we need to demonstrate that retaliation will be carried out by a machine. He will launch his nuke. And then his version of deterrence will be complete.
And you believe him?
I believe in peace through nuclear deterrence.
Why?
My father worked on the Manhattan Project. He put his whole life into that research. And all it created was this illusion of peace called deterrence. And then I was born, unable to walk. I had no choice but to face up to the nukes. But if they do end up launching, it'll all have been for nothing. They've got to be stopped.
Where'd they take the warheads?
To a base near the border. The final test is 5 days from now.
Where's the base?
You're gonna stop them? It's kind of a hike. And besides, there's a surefire way to halt the project. You see, Peace Walker isn't quite finished yet.
What do you mean?
It's missing one last critical structural component. The AI. Its brain. The reptile pod, the electronic brain I was working on, can only follow commands like, go there, attack that. I guess you could compare it to the human cerebellum. But for nuclear deterrence to work, it must function in place of a human decision maker. It needs something to analyze the huge volumes of data coming in and select an appropriate target for retaliation. Hence, it needs the high-level decision-making ability of a cerebrum.
A mechanical cerebrum.
The hardware configuration is modeled on the human brain, similar to the pod I worked on, but its role is completely different.
Where's it being made?
A research lab to the north. An AI expert named Dr. Strangelove is developing it. Very hush-hush.
Dr. Strangelove?
Strangelove was recruited from the States, too. In the field of AI, there's no one better, that's for sure. But man, what a basket case. She hates everybody. Go to the lab and destroy Peace Walker's cerebrum. I'm pretty sure they haven't finished the final calibrations yet. I'll lend you my ID card. It'll get you through security at the lab. Oh, and one more thing.
What's this? A letter of recommendation?
Yeah, it's from me to Dr. Strangelove. Don't read it, okay?
So what will you do now?
I'm done with science. At this rate, I'm probably already halfway to hell anyway.
Not so fast. Why not join us? Our place is outer heaven. You'd fit right in.
Outer heaven?
Yeah.
I'm probably better suited to something like that than this paradise.
Good. You get a free balloon trip for signing up. Enjoy it. You'll feel like a butterfly.
You're an agent, right? Who do you work for?
Me? I was a Cold War tool, same as you. Now I'm not so useful anymore, so they cut me loose. I don't answer to anyone. Call me Snake.
Snake? That name seems familiar somehow.
That's probably just deja vu.
You see that there? Beyond the cloud forest? See those ruins?
Yeah.
That's where you'll find Dr. Strangelove's lab.
Gut, dann würde ich sagen, machen wir uns auf die Suche nach dem Doktor und schauen mal, was wir jetzt so veranstaltet haben. Ein B-Rang. Okay, besser wie nix. Besser wie nix.
Snake, the doctor's safe here with us.
Huey, how are you feeling?
Never better. This is quite the pad you've got here, boss. I'm impressed.
Call me Snake.
Whatever you say. Like it or not, everyone here calls you boss. By the way, if you're at all interested in improving your tech, by all means assign me to the R&D section. I'm pretty sure I'll be of some use. Once we have the necessary materials and blueprints, we can start work on that bipedal mech.
I appreciate that, but are you sure you're okay with having your work used for war?
I'm I'll be using it to keep past mistakes in check. If I can help thwart the Peace Walker project, I'm happy to do it.
Deterrence theory, Huey style, huh?
Anyway, if you need any intel on the enemy's weapons or electronic brains, contact me. I've been given my own frequency.
Sounds good to me, Doc. I'll do that.
Good. Whatever the means, you must put a stop to their plans.
Ja, müssen wir definitiv. So, ja, jetzt haben wir gesehen, was Chicos Dinosaurier ist, den er da gesehen hat.
Hey, boss, you mind if we powwow for a sec?
What now? MSF brand rations?
Actually, that sounds... No. With all the men we have now, it may be time we started sending some of them to other countries.
You mean dispatching marks?
How else are we gonna keep feeding the crew we have?
I know. You're right.
Okay, to deploy troops, select Outer Ops from the Mother Base menu. If it goes really well, we might even get new recruits, weapon design specs, or leads on new missions. We can deploy any vehicles or large-scale weapons in our arsenal as well.
And if things don't go really well?
Yeah, we could lose men. I won't try and force you. You're the one calling the shots here, boss.
Ja, das werden wir auch noch machen in einem der nächsten Parts. Da werden wir mal ein paar von unseren Soldaten losschicken. Und, Mate T-Rang 2. So, gucken wir mal. So, also er kommt auf jeden Fall in das F&E-Team. Null Kalorien-Limo. Nice. So, du kommst ins medizinische Team. Gucken, was wir noch entwickeln können. Hier mal die Rauchgranate Rang 2. Auf jeden Fall das Nachtsichtgerät. Ganz wichtig. Gut, okay. So, an dieser Stelle werde ich den Part dann auch beenden. Er ist lange genug, denke ich. Bedanke mich wie immer fürs Zusehen und wir sehen uns dann beim nächsten Mal. Bis dahin, tschüss.